Episode 115, Irish Songs and Willie McBride and the rest of the story. I am Rod Murphy, and this is Growing Up Poor in Irish Boston, a series of 1950s era Irish Boston stories. Willie McBride is both a historical and an anti-war song. At the French gravesite of a young Irishman, Willie McBride, killed in World War I, the narrator of the song reflects on that horrible war. It was one of the worst meat grinder type wars. Hand-to-hand combat, trench warfare, large forward charges against terrible odds on both sides resulted in a huge loss of young men. Paul Harvey, a well-known radio journalist, used this to end his 1970s show, and now you know the rest of the story. His show, which aired for decades, featured short, compelling narratives about surprising facts behind famous events and people, often ending with a twist. I am stealing his good idea, the rest of the story, for my Irish Songs series. Growing up at the Murphys meant that at family parties, every kid was expected to sing a particular Irish song that they picked. Danny Boy, Black Velvet Band, The Bard of Armagh, Slieve na Moan, etc. Dad sang lots of them. His grand finale was sung loudly and with gusto, the great marching song, O Donald Aboo. I was charged with singing Kevin Barry, which I think is the best rebel song. Many well-known singers have sung Willie McBride, including the Fury Brothers, the Dropkick Murphys, Celtic Thunder, the Clancy Brothers, and John McDermott. It was written in 1976 by Eric Bogle, a Scottish folk singer. Many other anti-war songs were written in the 60s and the 70s, such as Where Have All the Flowers Gone, Blowing in the Wind, and Billy Don't Be a Hero. Like those songs, Willie McBride has a tender and sad vibe. The song was partially written to counter anti-Irish sentiment in the UK, highlighting the many Irishmen that fought and died in the war for reasons other than British imperial ambitions. The song uses that grave to question the purpose of that war and the tragic human cost of the conflict. The song humanizes the tragedy of war by focusing on the loss of a single young man. I had two uncles in World War I, and they fought in France. Either one, Mike or Neil Murphy, could have been in that grave. Thankfully, both survived. The narrator addresses the fallen soldier, asking questions like, did they believe that this war would end wars, and lamenting that all the pain was ultimately in vain. The song expands beyond a single soldier to represent the entire generation that was lost. The narrator observes that the countless white crosses are mute witness to man's blind indifference to his fellow man, and that a generation was butchered and damned. The real Willie McBride is buried in Authiel Military Cemetery in the Somme region of France. And that is the rest of the story. And now my a cappella singing of Willie McBride. I have shortened it a little, and I know I badly need singing lessons. Well, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here by your graveside and rest for a while 'neath the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. And I see by your gravestone you're only 19 when you joined the great fallen of 1916. Well, I hope you died quick, and I hope you died clean. Or Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the fife slowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post in chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Now, Willie McBride, I can't help wonder why. What do those who lie here, do they know why they died? Do they really believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe this war would end wars? Forever this song of suffering and shame, the killing, the dying was all done in vain. For young Willie McBride, it's all happening again and again and again and again and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the fife slowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post in chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the fife slowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post in chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? If this episode sparked something for you, head to the show notes below and make a donation. Buy Me a Coffee is an app that allows consumers of podcasts, YouTube, etc., who appreciate a creator's podcast to donate. That would help keep my mic and camera on and my stories flowing. Please judge what value you get from this and other of my episodes and join my supporters by making a donation to buymeacoffee.com/degreasings. Degreasings is spelled DEGREASINGS. Buymeacoffee.com/degreasings. Thank you. This is Rod Murphy. Thank you for viewing or listening to my podcast episodes. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, and if you so choose, I ask you to send a good review and or refer a friend who might be interested in this Old Boston podcast series. Again, my thanks.